Now we're just going to head out on Route 6, which is going to take us out left of the test centre onto Landscape Road. So again, as usual, take it nice and slow going out. Stay in first gear. Just watch for any vehicles coming back into the test centre. Really slow. Just come up and stop then as you get to the Landscape Road. Look left and right. Make sure it's clear. Just heading down Landscape Road towards the Braemar Road junction. As mentioned on previous lessons, when you come down here, just be careful coming over the ramp. Make sure you come to a complete stop at the stop line or just before it, but don't stay at the stop line. You've got to move out towards the cycle lane. Don't go into the cycle lane. Just stop, just put on the handbrake, just stop briefly, then move out. And this way then we can see past the bus stop on our right, make sure there's nobody coming down the road, and then we can move out. If you stay behind the stop line, you're not going to be able to see up to your right. Going straight ahead of this junction. Once the light goes green again, check all three mirrors very quickly, make sure nothing has come up behind or alongside you. Heading down Dodder Park Road, where we're going to be taking the first left onto Woodside Drive. So mirrors and signal, make sure you keep braking here as you change down gear, back into second, nice and slow off the clutch, but clutch fully up before you turn, don't coast, release the brake then and go round. So they could pull you in here for the hill start. A lot of vehicles around today, so they might do it later on in the test. There's plenty of other opportunities on this route to do hill starts. So heading up Woodside Drive here. Sometimes there's a lot of cars parked here. You might need to stay in third gear, but with the fourth gear we can do 50. Really sharp corner up here, which we've done before. So make sure just as you get up to the trees here on the left, by the second tree, into second gear, clutch up very slowly, clutch fully up, keep to the left. See there's a truck coming around the other way, so you wouldn't want to be too wide there. And then straight on. This road is reasonably wide. This is Hillside Drive, so you can get up to fourth gear here and up to 50 if it's safe to do so. Proceeding down here, we're going to be passing the junction into Landscape Road on the left. Just keeping it at around 50 kilometers an hour. So we're just heading down now by De La Salle College, just on your left here, so you need to be careful at certain times of the day. There could be a lot of school children about. And then we're going to be taking the next right into Oakdown Road. It's just a cross junction up ahead. We're just slowing down here. There's cars parked on both sides. We're going to let this car pass. Just indicate right briefly that you're moving out. Okay, this oncoming vehicle is stopping to let us go. And turning right here. Be careful not to go too far here. A lot of people overshoot this turn. Quite a lot of cars parked here today. Sometimes with the church up here on the left, there may be funerals on or masses, so it can be quite tight and quite busy. Just staying in third gear here, coming up, just keeping the speed reasonably low, just doing about 40 or so. Now at the end of this road, we're going to be turning left onto Grove Avenue. Right up to the stop line. Make sure you come to complete stop. You're just going to have to move forward very slightly, don't go into the cycle lane, but just lean forward, make sure it's safe, look both directions. Now we're going to be turning right, so we're going to take the next available right. These first two junctions here are one way, so you can't go into them. This can be a little bit confusing here, so we're going to signal right. Once you get to the yellow box here, you can move into the right lane. It's one way from here, so you're moving over. So we're turning right and then immediately right again. You have to yield to traffic from the left here. Obviously if there's anyone coming out of this small road ahead of us, we yield to them as well. And then once we turn here, then we're keeping to our left. Easy over the ramps. Just approaching the ramps, then just ease off the gas. You really don't need to brake much here because the hill is going to slow you down. Just this last ramp here as you approach, it's a good idea to get back into second gear because quite steep the road after this ramp here. A little bit of gas and then back into third gear. Now we're going to take the next road on the right just before the shops. And there's the signal. Look into the road, make sure it's safe. And we're turning, so turning out into Meadow Park. See, there's a driving school car coming down towards us here. There doesn't seem to be any suitable spots to pull in, so we're going to wait back here. It's a long way back, but we're going to have to wait. We're going to signal right that we're going to move off. So there's a lot of parked cars on our left here. We're going to take the next right. Checking, making sure it's safe. Turning into Cardiff Mount Avenue. Staying out from the parked car. So around here the tester will ask you to pull in and stop and explain that he wants you to reverse into this road here on our left. So we're just going to drive past the road here. This is quite a difficult reverse because you're coming back uphill. Okay, check your mirrors as you pull in and stop indicate. Just pull in by this light coloured tree here, back into reverse gear. Look all around, turn off our indicator, we don't need that on. So again, as we're moving back nice and slowly, use good clutch control here. Taking good observation behind. Looking all the way, all around. And keeping close to the curb. Just make sure if anyone comes behind you, stop and give way. Keep looking all around. Move back until the tester tells us to come to a stop. So once you reverse back then, the tester will, far enough, the tester will tell you to move off again, to stop and move off, and we're going to be turning right here. Again, nice and slow. If you haven't already done a hill start, they could ask you to pull in along here to do one. We're going up to the, back up to the end of this road and turning right. Make sure you come to a complete stop both ways. See if it's safe to do so. Just staying out from the parked cars. Once the past the last car, then just move back into position, don't stay out. These ramps are fairly high. Okay, we're going to be taking the next right back into Meadow View. And no road markings here, so it's very easy to get out of position, but make sure you don't cut the corner, make sure you don't swan neck. I'm going to take the next right again. Get to Cardiff Mount Drive, and then we're going to pull in and stop along here for the turnabout maneuver. So just again, check your mirrors, indicate left, and pull in and stop. Tester will give you the direction to turn the car around on the road to face the opposite way, and that you can go over and back more than once if necessary. So again, do it in as few maneuvers as possible. This road here, you should be able to do it in 3 maneuvers. So again, into gear, handbrake is on, check your mirrors, indicate right, find a bite point, look all around, make sure it's completely safe before moving off. Really slow with the car, get the full lock on the wheel quickly as you can. Try not to dry steer. Straighten the wheels before you stop. Handbrake back on again here because a bit of a camber on the road, a bit of a slope. Look all around on the way back. Keep looking all around. Try and straighten your wheels before you come to a stop. It means you go off in the right direction. Look left and right, and then really quick with the steering wheel, and we get around in 3. So nice and slow. After this maneuver, they'll generally get you to pull in and stop to do the hand signals. Once that's done, then you move off. We're going to be turning right. Again, stay in first gear, look left and right, really slow, just peep and creep. At the end of this road, we're going to be turning left. Again, back into first gear, looking left and right, really slow. Right at the end of this road here. Again, usually a lot of parked cars and a lot of traffic around here, so just take it nice and easy. I'm going to head down to the traffic lights here and turn right. Not going to put the indicator on yet because there's a right turn here into Lidl, and there's more shops in here on the right as well, so there's usually a lot of cars coming in and out of here. Signal right now. Again, just stopping where you can see the back wheels of the car in front. Handbrake on, just secure the car while you're stopped. Okay, so the lights have gone green. We're release the handbrake and move off. Glancing into the junction, make sure it's safe. Take the next left back into Churchtown Road again. We came out of this road earlier, so there's the signal. Just want you to have a cycle track here on the left, so we're keeping an eye on our left mirror for any cyclists coming down. Parked cars up ahead, so we're moving out nice and early. Unless any cars come into the road. Nothing here at the moment. Just keeping our position out. Not a good idea to weave in and out like the car ahead is doing. Just stay out. So here this blue car came into the road without really taking good observation, so you see they're having to reverse back. Hazard is on their side of the road, we've nowhere to go, so we have to look, we have to proceed. stop line, just stop again, even though you've stopped already. Stop, look, make sure it's safe. And then left at the end of this road, back onto Bramer Road. Pedestrians started to walk across the road, so we let them go. Again, we have to come to complete stop. Heading down Bramer Road, just keep an eye on your speed coming down here. It's a 50 zone, so try and keep around the 50 mark. It's very easy to break your speed limit on this road. Next left onto Landscape Road. Mirror signal. Just dropping back into second gear for the turn. Clutch fully up. Look into the road. Look to your left mirror as well. So back up Landscape Road, and then it's right back into the test centre, and that's the end of Route 6 in Churchtown. You just turn back in right in here. Just again, take good observation, make sure it's clear. Nice and slow. Find a suitable place to park, so you can park anywhere in here. And that concludes this route.